Hello, welcome to Talent Tip Tuesday. My name's Andrea Ross, founder of The Career Establishment. Now, we are a team building, leadership development, strengths executive coaching, and an e-learning business that is predominantly focused on the recruitment industry. We're based here in sunny Singapore and we cover the clients globally. Now, our Talent Tip Tuesday series is all about providing tips and advice to all the recruiters out there. So it's pretty tough times right now, and I want to be able to help. So subscribe to this channel so that you can be updated with all the new topics coming up every single week. So for 10 minutes or so, I'll be sharing my experiences as a recruiter, where I spent 17 years in the recruitment industry, 13 years in Singapore, and I spent 4 years working for the Career Establishment, where I provide training and coaching to the recruitment sector. Okay, so at the end of this session, we'll be asking you to reach out to provide feedback and also provide other topics that you're finding a bit of a challenge right now, so that we can put together some tips and techniques that might prove helpful for you. So the topic today is 5 reasons why you shouldn't drop your price. And it's a topic that comes up quite a few times. As you can appreciate, when the market gets tough, clients are really reluctant to pay fees. Whatever the fees are, they'll still be reluctant to pay them. So I really want to just give you some confidence today and some guidance on why it's really important not to go down that route of dropping your price. So let's go over those. It's a nice, short and sweet. I can see the sun is glaring at me here, so I hope that you can still see me okay. Okay, so first one is lowering your price attracts lower quality clients. Now, there is always that kind of feeling that, whatever you drop, they'll always find someone else who would drop lower. You have to kind of understand that when you start lowering your price, you are going to get clients that are the ones that you don't really want. The ones that are really a big hassle. The more they hassle, the more they'll be an absolute nightmare to deal with. If they can't value what you do and the service that you provide, they're probably not worth actually going for. So it's really important to just take a step back and think, okay, if I do drop my fees for this particular client, well, what's that gonna mean for me? What do I have to compromise on? You will attract people or clients who are more concerned with price than results. These clients are not exactly fun to work with, so I would kind of encourage you not to be looking at those. I know that's a tricky one because you want to work with everyone, but actually in the long term, you're never going to be able to get your fees back up. Now, just to sort of share with you, I've gone through SARS and 9/11, and I've been through probably about 3 or 4 financial downturns. And one thing that I have learned along the way is that clients always remember the low fee that you did go on. So you might kind of sit there and go, oh, it's okay. The client's absolutely aware that it's just a one-time offer of a low fee. Absolutely fine with that. They know that we'll be putting the fees back up. Really? Not really. It's not going to happen. They are always going to know that you were capable to go on a lower price, which means you can go on a lower price another time. Even if the market's great, you can go on a lower price. So it's as we go through all of them, I'll explain a little bit more detail why it's really not going to work for you. So number 2, going lower on price will drive away potential high paying clients. High paying clients, obviously. I'm not going to change that and re-record. So if you're looking at clients, if you're looking at going lower on some clients, they will talk. If you're a specialist in your area, it will get out pretty soon that you have actually reduced prices. And for me, it's about that integrity. When I deal with clients on my side in terms of training, I'm really quite transparent on it. If I have had to reduce a fee in any way or any particular course, or I've given something extra, I will get on the phone and speak to clients and say, just to let you know, I've added an extra virtual check-in on that course, and I've done that because a client's requested that, and I really want to make sure that I extend that to you as well. It's making sure that there's consistency, and also I think you sleep better at night. It doesn't go against your value system. You're being fair. So if you are going to go down that route of lowering prices, you're probably going to have to do that with everyone, and obviously you cannot afford to have to be driving away high paying clients. So it's really important to just stick to what your fees are. And obviously those fees have been put there for a reason. Your boss, your superiors have put that price there because it pays the rent, it pays recruitment salaries, it pays for all the recruitment sourcing channels. Yeah, it costs money to run a recruitment firm. It's not just a matter of turning up and looking on LinkedIn. That, you know, it's an expensive game. You know, even now, especially in places like Singapore and Hong Kong, or I think even Malaysia now, to, you know, you have to pay to get recruiters qualified in KAH and CEI and all those wonderful certifications that you have to do here in recruitment. And so all those things take money and time. And so, you know, it's really important that you can, number three, really sort of value yourself. So number three is a massive one. Appreciate the value you bring. You know, top talent affects bottom line results. When, especially if you're working, especially if you're putting forward to candidates that really affect the bottom line. They're salespeople, you know, or they're in compliance or risk, and they're actually saving an organization money. They're preventing problems occurring. But also, any top talent you put into an organization has an effect, it has an impact. Or why are they hiring them in the first place? So if you can actually get the client to say, no, let's put price aside. You've always got to put price aside to clients. They're always going to try and jump on the price thing on a cold call. Always. Just get that off the table. You know, they're always going to want to stick to a position. Well, can you go lower than 20%? Can you do 80%? You know, you've got to be asking the what questions. What's behind the 18% in the first place? What do you think you're getting for 18 versus 20? What's driving that? Yeah, because most of the time clients can't actually justify why they're right. They just want a deal. So if they want a deal, say that our prices are normally 30% and we're going to give it to you for 25, like, you know. So a big thing is to really, one, understand the value that you have, help them understand what they're paying for. I found it was easier for me with clients that were really sticky on prices, was to really break down what they were getting. So, and I broke that down to the whole sourcing bubble. Yeah, how, you know, as recruiters, we have to have LinkedIn Recruiter, that costs money. We have to pay decent salaries for recruiters. You know, even you saying, I've come from the industry, I used to be an accountant. For me to understand and to verify candidates properly and to understand understand the world that I recruit into, I've come from the industry. So I'm not a graduate. I'm gonna, you know, my salary is going to be a certain level, and so that costs money. I mean, you normally would say you cost rent in an office. That wasn't. It may change in the future. That won't be necessarily something that you can be saying to clients. But in terms of the salaries, the sourcing channels, how you spend time and money working on that role when you don't get paid if you're on a contingent basis. So that client's not paying for anything, right? And that's something you have to always be conveying to that client if you're a contingent basis. Well, we're talking about price, but actually that price isn't, we're not looking at that until the end if we're successful. So actually you're getting someone working for free until we do find that person. So I think it's really important to break down the costs that are involved in partnering with a recruitment partner and what they get for that. Another aspect of that is they get more than just a recruitment partner. It's not just talent they're getting. They've got a partner that can provide insights to what's going on in other organizations, what are the initiatives they're doing, what are the services coming to market, which organizations are moving out of certain sites or coming in, how's that going to affect talent, how's that going to drive costs up, new contacts coming in and connecting you with those people on roundtable events. This also helps their career, their credibility, their insight, their strategy in the organization. So actually, again, you have to be able to convey the value that you bring there, and not in a cocky way, just being able to put that in a clear and articulate way so they can see the value of what they're actually getting for that. Now, another sort of reason why you should that you shouldn't drop your price is, you know, it will take longer to achieve your targets. You know, you're in a sales role, you're going to get pressure from your superior in hitting those targets. You need to be doing, I would imagine, 2 to 3 placements a month in a good market. Maybe it's a placement a month now. And if you're on the contract side, you know, managing your contract book and being able to bring and grow that contract book, you're going to have to do a hell of a lot more of that in terms of output if you're going to reduce fees. And that might just seem really a real sort of flippant comment here, but actually it's really, really important. You're already probably working really long hours. If you're working from home and you have been, like myself, for a number of months, you're probably working weekends, you're probably working 10, 12 hours a day. I know I have. And I think if you're going to do that and get less money for it, are you going to feel motivated? Are you really going to have to go the extra mile? Have you got enough kind of juice in your tank to be able to do any more? Can you do that? I think it's unlikely. So I would say, if you are ever going to reduce your fees, ever, even if it was just a percentage, then you have to be able to show that it's a no-frills service. It cannot be the same service, because if you go down that route and they get exactly the same, and they expect the same service, they expect the same quality of candidates, they expect the same turnaround times, and for the same amount of money, you might as well say to yourself that you will continue in the future to be on low rates. And if you're okay with that as a business, and that's the shift in how you're going to run your business, that's okay. But you have to understand that what you do now, the decisions that you make now, are going to affect your future portfolio and how you make your money. So I think people generally are willing to pay market rate, or at least pay for good value. And so if they feel they're getting value from that service, and you can articulate what that service actually looks like, what they get for it, and not just talent, then you should be able to walk away from some organizations. And actually that's quite good to sort of to be able to say to clients, I appreciate that you're not going to be able to pay 25%. I understand that. I'll give you a call in a couple of weeks' time and see how you're getting on with that, and whether you're able to find those kind of candidates. I have a couple of candidates I'm ready to show you now, but I appreciate that you're under a bit of pressure. So do reach out if that changes, but I'll keep those candidates kind of warm for a certain period of time. Obviously I can't promise anything because they may be looking at other opportunities, but don't be so quick to, I'll just reduce my fee, they're not going to, because you'll be continually reducing your fee. And feel confident enough to say to clients, well, does that 2 or 3% really make a difference? How does that, explain to me, or can you share with me what difference that makes to you in the business, that 2 to 3%? And a lot, they're a bigger corporate. They're generally going to be a way bigger corporate than probably you are. So it sometimes can be easier to justify as a recruiter and say, well, it does actually make quite a big difference in our fees, because we're on contingent. We don't actually get paid until we're successful. So that is factored into our cost. And so to kind of reduce any further means that I can't actually do what I love to do, is present great candidates. And that compromises on how we extend our networks, the type of events we do to attract talent. We spend as a recruitment firm a number of dollars and time and expertise in attracting talent to us on a continuous basis. It's not a matter of just looking on the database. They've been put there through lots of effort and time, and consistently over time. So I hope that that's been useful. I hope that you can gain some confidence by that, and that I know it's very easy to reduce fees. That's an easy option to go down. Anyone can do that. Seriously, anyone can say, yeah, okay, I'll just do 10% then. Great. It really is the confident recruiters that value what they do and can see the long-term results of that and want to work smart and productive. And to do that, you need to be able to ensure that you stick to your fees and don't drop them. So I want to wish you luck on that. Thanks for listening. Please do give us your feedback. Tell us, please share with us what topics you would like us to tackle on inquiries@thecareerestablishment.com. Please follow us on Instagram. Please check out our Twitter feed for a little bit of fun. Please look at LinkedIn company page. I know everyone that's probably listening is on my LinkedIn personal page. Thank you very much. But can we all please follow the Career Establishment, because everything's on there that I'll be posting. It won't necessarily come up in my personal page. So please follow and support what we do. We appreciate it. We hope that I've been helped today, and good luck out there. Stay safe, and please do email me with your topics. I'll be absolutely delighted to help. So Over and out.